You're welcome to the program today, and today it's the third day of the program where we have been talking about storms, and it's been an exciting and wonderful time. Today, I have a guest in the studio, and she's going to be helping us to share a lot with us today. So, my name's John Bujiraye, and I'm popularly called the Prince, and I'm the host of this program. So I'm going to hand over to Monica Morgan so that she can introduce herself and tell us about herself so that my audience can get to know her. You're welcome, Monica.
Hello, everyone. It is an honor to be here, coming to you live from Detroit, Michigan, in the United States. I have visited Nairobi, Kenya several times, so it's great to be back, although I'm virtual. For over 30 years, I have been living life through the lens of a camera. I am an international photojournalist who has traveled the world taking photographs of people like Nelson Mandela, Muammar Gaddafi, Prince Charles, President Robert Mugabe, President Omar al Bashir, and various other African head state and leaders. I was a personal and official photographer to Rosa Parks. I was also called personally many times by the singer Aretha Franklin to take her photograph. If you are going to see the movie Respect, or if you have seen the movie Respect about the life of Aretha Franklin, you will see a photograph that I took of Aretha Franklin and Smokey Robinson in the end credits. So I spend every day taking photographs or working on becoming a better speaker. So thank you, Da Prince, for having me here with you today.
Yeah, you are welcome. You are welcome. Now, we've been dealing with the storm for the past 3 days. And you see, the storm means getting hit with adversity. And sometimes this adversity can bring tears, sorrow, disappointment, sickness, failure, heartbreak, and pain. Now, the question we want to unravel in this program today is this. In this storm, is it possible to deliver? Is it possible to bring forth? Is it possible to, bring out that thing that has been deposited on the inside of you? That is the question that we're asking. Is it possible to deliver in the storm?
Of course, it's possible to deliver in the storm. As a matter of fact, there is a saying, if you get knocked down and you can look up, you can get up. One storm that I had that really is still very, very painful to me is the loss of the love of my life, my soulmate, General Holyfield. When he passed away in 2015, the wind was knocked out of me. He was my supporter, he was the love of my life, and I could not imagine living without him. However, I decided that the best way to honor our love, that I've always said, true love will never die, was to get up and to go ahead and move forward. Something that I would want him to do if I had passed on. So I got active in Toastmasters International, a nonprofit speaking organization. I got active in building my business even more and developing a speaking platform, which is something that I work on every day. So I honor his memory by moving forward.
Okay, okay, that's so powerful. I don't know if my audience, I'm sure you heard what she said. She said she honors his memory by moving forward instead of staying stuck in one place because of what she has been through. She decided to move forward. Okay, now, Monica, the word delivery means the process of bringing forth. And you see, vision, dream can all be called babies. Okay? And now, sometimes you have a vision, sometimes you have a dream, sometimes you have a plan, but bringing it forth, it's so difficult. Bringing it forth is so hard. You know, sometimes people will just look at the outside. They will not know what you're going through. They will condemn you, they will judge you, they will criticize you based on what they see on the outside, but they don't know what you are facing on the inside. Tell us, Monica, what does it take to bring forth your vision, your dream, your plans?
The Prince, let me go into another story. It was the mid 1980s, and I had gotten a job doing public relations for the Detroit Public Schools Adult Education Division. One of the requirements of the position was that I be able to take photographs. I did not know how to take photos, but I used my background desire to be an actress to get me through. So I pretended. I would say, okay, right there, that angle, that's it, smile, look here, do this. And I didn't know what I was doing. So I got a quick lesson from someone and bought a camera, and I set out taking photographs. Well, I felt like a fraud because I didn't know what I was doing. So I signed up for an adult education photography class. The teacher, who was young and blonde and had blue eyes, looked at me after I turned in my first set of photos and said I was the worst student in the class and that I needed to go out into the hall and learn how to focus. Now, the Prince, I have never been the worst at anything that I've attempted. So I went out into the hall and I thought about what she said. Yes, I would sharpen my focus, but it would not be with her as my teacher. I was going to teach myself. So I got books. I started to watch videos. I started to go onto the computer and read and look at every particular potential photograph that I could. And I sharpened my focus. I started to go to different events. I covered sporting events. I covered birthday parties, special celebrations, historical events. I just took photo after photo after photo. And I refused to allow anything to get in the way of my focus. And so that teacher, although she did not help me with my skills, she gave me the ability, the motivation, the inspiration to get up and do it myself. So if there is anyone out there with a dream, you cannot allow negativity or anything that someone else says about you to get in the way. You have to be your own best supporter and believer by getting out there, stepping outside of your comfort zone, and doing whatever it is that you set out to do.
Wow, thank you so much. That is so powerful. I'm sure, guys, you heard her. She said you have to get out of your comfort zone and do whatever it takes for you to do in order to bring out that vision, in order to bring out that dream. But Monica, I still have a question because you see, sometimes it's easy to say it, it's easy to talk about it. But when you are faced with the experience, it's not an easy thing. When you are faced with the experience of homelessness, you are faced with the experience of failure, you are faced with the experience of loneliness, you are faced with the experience of somebody being single. You are supposed to be married and then you are still single, or you're faced with the experience of divorce, or even faced with the experience of losing a loved one just like you. In that tough situation, it's not it's not Easy. So, what do you do in that tough situation? That's my question. My next question.
The first thing that I did, the Prince, was to pray. I took some quiet time with God and I prayed. And I asked God to touch me, to hold me, and to help me grow. And also to shut out the noise of any of the negative voices that told me that I could not move forward. The Prince, I have been through some horrible experiences. My husband was the head of an organization where there were people in it who were corrupt. As a result of that corruption, the United States government started to look at my husband, and then he passed away. So, because I was out taking photographs, being visible, the United States government decided, oh, let's get her, let's come after her. And so there was a witch hunt that ensued, and they came after me. And as a result, I was unjustly incarcerated into a prison camp. So let me tell you about darkness. There is nothing like the darkness when you see on a piece of paper the United States government versus your name. But I still have supporters and believers, judges, doctors, teachers, world leaders who support me and know me because that is the reputation that I've built. So when someone comes after you, you have to stay strong and continue to be who you are, to be yourself. It's almost like the butterfly or the caterpillar. If you know about a caterpillar, it goes through a very dark time in its life. I actually went on Amazon and bought some live caterpillars and watched them go through their metamorphosis and turn into butterflies. So let me show you. It's like darkness. They're in the dark. And then all of a sudden, they start to grow and they start to hatch. But let me say this, the Prince. They develop wings, but they don't know that they have these wings. They don't know these wings exist. They can't see the wings. They have to step out on faith and soar because of that inner belief. That is how a butterfly flies, because of their inner belief. So when you believe in yourself, when you block out and have laser focus on what your dream is, nothing can stand in the way. You keep standing tall, you get up, and you soar. You move forward.
Wow, that is so powerful. That is so powerful. And some one thing I got there, you said that we should block out, the negative things, the negative words, and those comments. And that leads me to the next question. Because you see, sometimes I discovered recently that people talk so much, and no matter what you do, people will talk. They will talk about you. And many people, anywhere you are, anywhere you find yourself, people around there want to talk about you, talk about what you're doing, talk about, even when you feel that, oh, you just want to be alone, you don't want to be bothered by anybody, but people will be talking about you. So that leads me to the next question, and the question is this: what do you do when people talk about you? It's negative, it's critical, and it's distracting you from reaching out to your dreams. And those words are distracting you from betting the goals, the dreams that you have in your heart. What do you do at that point?
The Prince, I went exactly through that with negative media coverage. You see, the media is not always one to tell the truth. They want to make clicks and sell newspapers. And so they found a way to do that by being negative about me. What I did was block it out and keep on using positive affirmations. God has you. You can do this. You are a winner. You will succeed. God will never let you go. So, whenever there was something said about me that was not good, I kept those positive affirmations in mind. I have a friend who is an internationally renowned artist, Gilbert Young, and he said to me once, stop asking other people for permission to be great. Stop asking other people for permission to be great. When you are born, God has given you a gift. You have to believe in that gift, find that gift, find that purpose, and work towards that purpose. And again, if you stay focused and block out all of those other things, you will be successful and succeed. People talk about you sometimes because they want to be you, they are jealous. So you can't worry about what other people are saying. You don't have to even care about what they say. What you need to do is work hard, persevere, stay focused, and move forward. And you can fly. You can definitely fly.
Wow, that is so powerful. And I'm really inspired by those words. Now, Monica, I want to ask you another question because you see, when a woman is in the process of delivery, sometimes she's crying, she's screaming, she's saying things that, you know, you would think that she wouldn't even want to have that experience again. So at that time, she can even, if there's any way she can say, "Oh, I don't want this baby," if there's any way she can say that, she will say it because of the pain that she's going through. So sometimes when you are betting your dream, the pain you go through, the disappointment, the hurt, the betrayal, those things that you go through, how do you deal with it at that crucial point in time when you are still in the storm, when you are still facing that pain and the pain is hurting you so bad? What do you do at that point?
You stop, breathe, and you talk to God. God has the answer, and He will bring you through it. It's almost like a puzzle. When you have all these different pieces of a puzzle, there is one person that may be able to walk in the room and take those pieces and put the puzzle together. There may be someone else like me who looks at all of those pieces and says, wow, that's a big project. Well, God knows how to put the pieces together. You just have to be still and believe and stay in prayer. And as long as you stay in prayer, your anxiety will start to dissipate and you will emerge a winner and a victor. As a Black woman who is a photojournalist, it has been a very difficult journey. There are people who have always wanted to say because I was a Black woman that I was not a good photographer. I was not good enough. But then there were those who believed in me. And so I went with those people who believed in me and I grew and got bigger and better. I did not worry about those people who did not believe in me. They never would. And maybe they might change their mind, but that wasn't important. So again, it's like the negative voices. Keep those negative people, keep those negative voices away from you. Focus on what it is that you are trying to do, and you can do it.
Wow, that is so powerful. That is so powerful. Thank you so much, Monica. It's been a wonderful time talking with you today. Viewers, audience all over the world, I believe that you have heard her and the wonderful things that she has said, those points that she has given. Take note of them. And even in your dark times, in your difficult times, don't give up. Be encouraged, be strong, and keep on pressing. You will get to where God has destined for you to reach, and no power will be able to stop you. Maximize every opportunity that you have. We believe in you, and that's why we have come to you today to share these words with you. And Monica, it's she has made a lot of sacrifice to be here. Please, can you tell us what the time is over there where you are?
It is, or it's 11:21 in the morning here, and I am working on a big project that I have to get done for next week. And so I wanted to stop and take advantage of this opportunity that you have offered to me. But then the rest of my day is going to be devoted to working on that big project. And that particular big project, there are storms. There are people who don't think I'll be good enough when I do this particular project. But I plan to be like that butterfly and soar.
Wow, that's so powerful. That's so powerful. Thank you so much, Monica. Yeah, I'll tell you that it was a sacrifice for her to be in this program. She had to sacrifice to be here. And in whatever you are doing, don't be afraid to make the sacrifice, because you never can tell who will be blessed, who will be challenged, who will be inspired, who will be empowered. Don't be afraid to give your time, to give your those things that you already have, to give it and to be a blessing to others. The results will come back in abundance one day. Yeah. So, Monica, what are those any other words that you want to share with us before we wrap up the program for today?
For anyone out there who is so unsure what it is that they want to do, if they're still working to discover their purpose, just know that there is a purpose. Everyone has a purpose, and you just have to believe in yourself. Don't let anyone tell you what you can't do. And I invite you, please, just take a moment and say positive things to yourself. Know that you are a winner, that God has you, and you can do whatever it is you set out to do. Thank you, DePrince.
Wow. Thank you so much, Monica. And by the grace of God, tomorrow is the last day of this event. Tomorrow is the last day. So, and we are going to have a wonderful time once again tomorrow. So, please, everyone, try to join us tomorrow. And for those that are going to watch the replay, try to make sure you be with us tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. Monica, thank you so much for making out time to be with us in this program today. Thank you so much. God bless you. And for your ongoing project, receive the strength and grace to accomplish it. Now, every one of you, be encouraged. In the midst of the storm, take note that you can also deliver. You can also deliver your dream. You can also deliver your purpose. You can also deliver your expectations, your plans. Don't allow what is happening around you to stop your confidence in yourself, your confidence in God. Don't allow what is happening around you to hinder you from seeing the vision of where God is taking you. Where you started is not where you are going to end. So believe, be encouraged. Till we come your way, same time tomorrow. God bless you. Monica, thank you so much. Bye.
Thank
We've come to the end of the program. Thank you.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.